Hello, welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm doing a recipe that I did, maybe the first year that I started, maybe a year and a half ago. But I get requests all the time asking, how do you fry your okra? I'm fixing some for supper, so I thought, well, I'm just going to video it. Y'all, I washed my okra and then I chopped it. Now, I get a gallon Ziploc bag and I put, according to how much okra I have, I'm going to start off with a little over a half a cup of cornmeal. And to that, I'm going to add salt and pepper. Some people use flour to do theirs, but my mama always did cornmeal, and that's what I do. But now, I'm just putting this in my Ziploc bag. I'm going to zip it up. And then I'm just going to try to get the cornmeal on every piece of the okra. And for years, I just would put the cornmeal in the bowl. But I saw, when I first started watching different cooking shows, I like to watch others. And I saw Hoyt Tilwell do his okra in a plastic bag. And I really do like that. You can get it on your pieces of okra so much better. Now I'm going to come over to my stove, and I have started heating in my skillet oil. And I don't know if you can see, you want enough oil. So it's between a fourth of a cup and a half a cup of vegetable oil. Now I'm going to drop one in here. I think it's hot enough. Yeah, you see how it's sizzling? Okay. And I am just going to put it all in there. And I have my stove, it's on about a 7 right now, because I want it to brown. I like my okra brown, and I'm gonna let it cook on that side until it gets brown. I will turn it over, but for right now, we're just gonna let that cook, and I'll be back in just a minute and show you what it looks like when I turn it over. Okay, the okra is browning. Turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to cook too fast. But you can see that we want it good and brown. Okay. While that is browning on that side, I just want to share something with you that you might want to hear and you might not. But I've been reading a good bit, and there's many people that wonder why bad things happen to good people. And I don't have an answer other than God doesn't cause bad things to happen to you, but He allows it. What I do know is, if you'll read Job, he allowed it to happen. And the fact that I had cancer does not mean that God caused me to have cancer, but He allowed it to happen. And I believe His word that says all things, good and bad, work together for the good of those who love God, and I do love God, and are called according to His purpose. So y'all, this journey that I have been on for the past soon to be year, this month, I found out a year ago this month that I had cancer. It has been tough, very tough. But God has a purpose. Things don't just happen without a purpose. And I don't know what my purpose is, but I can assure you that there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. And that's just something that I wanted to share. I love to listen to Tony Evans. A lot of times I'll lay down at night and I'll listen to his sermons. And he preached a wonderful sermon a few months ago about God and knowing that God is sovereign. He knows everything. But He also knows what we each are going to go through. And there's a purpose. I just want you to know that try not to get upset with God when bad things happen to us. You know, I've never blamed God for me being sick. I prayed that I wouldn't have cancer when I had to go back for a test, but I did. I prayed that I wouldn't have to take chemo, but I did. I prayed then that it wouldn't make me sick, but it did. And then later I prayed I wouldn't have to take radiation, but I did. You know, I don't know the reason. God could have stopped it without a doubt. He could have taken that cancer away. But I do know that sometimes when you're going through something, God can remove it. He can walk with you when you're going through it. And that's what He's done with me. Okay. I hope that you can see that this okra is good and golden. I'm going to let it cook just one more minute, and then I'm going to take it up. I use pie plate for my okra, and I always put paper towels down in there because I want that grease to drain on the paper towels. Why do I do that? Because my mama did. And I'll tell you, she made the best fried okra in the world, and we use a black skillet. Now, I'm going to tell you, some of you have said, I don't have a black skillet. Well, if you want to fry okra and you want it to be pretty and golden, you need a black skillet or you need a non-stick pan. I cannot get it to brown in my waterless cookware. It just will not. But let me take this up and I'm going to show you how pretty this is. Y'all, I showed you, I don't think it was last year. It could have been. I think it was the first year. I think it was in 2020. But I can my okra. I don't freeze it. And I will show you again real soon. I just cut this okra, so I need to wait a couple of days so I'll have enough to can. But I'm going to show you how I can mine. And then, if you love the way you freeze it, that's fine. But when I can it, can you see that okra, how pretty it is? When I can my okra, it is very good. I gotta take this off because that stove eye is still hot. Some people say, you mean you can use a cast iron skillet on a glass top stove? I do. I have for years. I do not slide it. I pick it up when I have to move it. And so far, I've not had a minute's trouble with it. But y'all, I just wanted to tell you, this okra is like my mama taught me. If you want to add some flour to your cornmeal, you can. Or if you fry yours in flour, that's okay. I'm just sharing the way I do mine. Y'all, have one of my aprons on today because you know with frying things you get grease to pop up. But I love my apron, and it just says salt and light. I remind you all the time to be salt and light. Let others see Jesus in you. Hope you will try you some good fried okra, and I'll be back soon.